Naro Bauer in the place. You understand me? Yo, Naro, what go on?
Love, Lagazee. The show hot.
Me tell you, don't lie, man.
This show is unpredictable.
We keeping it hot.
Keep on my toes 24/7 juggling.
Definitely. You know, so you can't chill, you know.
Reality.
We're live on 99.5, 98.5, 100.3,
True.
And 99.7. You understand me? Making us nationwide. And over 38 million people are listening to the show, man. And we say give thanks to all of them, man. You understand me? And today is the Chairman's Day. Celebrating his edge strong. You understand me?
True.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean, you've said everything you need to say. All the tribute and, you know, elogizing and everything. I mean, there's nothing to add than to say give thanks for the platform.
Of course.
You know, and also, I mean, how sweet and nice it is to have your boss as a reggae head or love what you do. I mean, come on, you can only get this,
of course,
from the G.O.D.
You don't see it.
You know, so enough man get it, don't want to share, right?
Of course.
So the man get it, they still want to share with the other people still, and which is the most important thing.
Definitely.
Just have to say, sometimes it's not just about money.
Of course.
But creating the platform, being impactful to other people who are around you and all of that. Especially strangers, when strangers become family.
Of course.
You know, so we give thanks to them, just as you said, more life and strength from the Yasetin's crew, the G.O.D.
Definitely.
Reality.
Definitely, man. Yeah, we can't go wrong, man. You understand me? Yeah, we would like to say big thank you to, you know, the God himself. You understand me? You know, sometimes, you know, the way the man can call you out of the blue and say, yo, Lagazee, pay attention, man. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm good.
The only man... I know. Even when he's vexed, he's giving a signature smile.
Yo, he can be he can be so serious that he will smile at the end of the day.
He has to pay attention to the man is serious. Yeah,
I tell you, the G.O.D. no easy, man.
Not gonna lie,
yo, the man can, you know, him can vex and talk. And say, yo, careful, man, and smile at the end of the day. Yeah. This is what we are talking about. True. You understand me?
And even what's important there as well, 420, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Strong and all of that. So
yeah.
So the universe shall bow down to him today.
Of course.
You know.
Of course.
True.
Knee shall bow.
Every time.
Me? And every tongue shall confess.
Reality.
You know, see it, star.
Said and done. Endorsed by King Lagazee.
You know, see it.
Yes.
Reggae exclusives.
Asaase. So yes, this quick and fast here. We are running out of time already. You know, so you know how like today we are actually looking at Romeo and Jah Shaka. You know, isn't it interesting to have two people that actually work together and transition just 1 year, not 1 day apart? Yeah, so it's really interesting.
Yeah,
you know,
very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, because you could see the energy and the vibes. You know, Romeo transitioned on 11th of April, just this year, and Jah Shaka also transitioned 2003, yeah, on the 12th of April. But here's the juice of the story. You know, Jah Shaka produced this album for Romeo.
Yeah,
Tafari, with the head track from the album. Tafari is the captain of my ship. It was produced by Jah Shaka, you know, for Romeo, and this tune, Times Are Hard, and also One Step Forward. All these great tunes.
Yeah. Step out of Babylon.
You know, so this and it's interesting to know that these people actually died the same month, but in a different time in regards to the tenth of the year.
No, but it's serious.
Yeah.
You are bringing the 411 to mind.
Sure.
You know, to the table right now, looking at
that's
Jah
what your
Shaka.
is about, yeah.
You understand me? And then looking at Romeo. You understand me? They died they worked together, and died in the same month, different years apart.
And a day apart from each other.
Yeah. Wow.
Jah Shaka on the 12th, and Romeo on the 11th.
On the 11th
of April.
Yo.
You know, Jah Shaka at the age of 75.
75.
And Romeo 80. So just
80.
5 years apart too. So if you're a little sticker, I mean, you could work that out with your numbers.
Yeah.
You know, see.
75 and 80.
Yeah, so those people
round figure.
See, those who are in the highest frequency of spirituality could work with that.
Yeah.
You know, go into the archives and, you know, just make use of just Jah Shaka on our screen.
Yeah.
You know, so these are two great men, and their transition, you know, made their soul be with the Most High, and wherever they are, you can't tell, you know, that's just the reality of life. Life goes on.
Definitely.
True. So that's the first item we have today. And the second one is, I mean, everything is kind of fulfilling today, right? You know, just as you said, the G.O.D and the Empress himself, Nana, you know, they both into the same profession.
Yeah.
You know, how sweet is it to have you're the most sweetest person in your life?
You don't see it.
Being the same kind of field and doing the same things.
Yeah.
You know, so the next item is actually looking at VP Records.
VP Records,
Yes. Which was formed in 1979. Yeah, about two couples. Vincent Randy Chin and Patricia Chin. You know. So this is a husband and his wife.
Yeah.
And, you know, VP Records is credited as the record label that actually took reggae globally, internationally, you know, by putting some of the biggest artists on board. I think we've done something VP Records, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of a mixtape and stuff. What do you think about the whole VP record and them? This was a Chinese man and his wife, right?
Yeah.
So they show burn Babylon, burn this and burn this, and all of that, you understand? So the Chinese have been here with us and in Jamaica for 90 ola, you understand? Yeah, so, I mean, but personally, what do you think about VP Records in terms of their contribution to the reggae movement?
Listen, countless of time, artists has really taken them to court for royalty
Royalties.
issues and all that kind of thing. But you will agree with me that they have helped propagate the good news of reggae.
True.
In terms of distribution, in terms of sales and all that.
True.
You can't take that away from VP. They have really done well.
And they are still going strong.
Yes. And it is not like they don't exist.
True.
VP exists. And they are still working. You understand me? Remember, you know, those days, if you record a song, and at the end of the day, you decide that, all right, so we have Mr. Maraj, you know, putting himself together, you know, for the interview. You understand me?
True.
That is Junior Cat. You see me? Yeah, right.
Easy.
So now, looking into this, what they've done, those days,
that was 46 years ago.
Those days, when you release a record, it will be very hard for you to market it yourself and all that. So being a smart business, you know, people, they will come to you and say, okay, bring your record, we'll buy it. We would like to own the master and all that. And they will sign a deal with you and actually pay you off. And then they will go and market it. You understand me? And gradually, you know, they took over the music scene in Jamaica. They help propagate the good news and all that.
Setting up records in New York and all those places.
You understand me? So you can't take that away from VP.
True.
They have really done well. But it's just that some artists really signed bad contract with them. You understand me? That at the end of the day, you know, they feel, oh, okay, we're doing this and we're doing that. But at the end of the day, it went against them. You understand me? You know, so the whole concept of VP, trust me, if you ask me, I would say, yo, VP, they've done well.
And also, what I'm looking at actually is my interest is, especially with this generation, our era, you know, when it comes to love between a man and a woman, even people who are married don't even trust each other.
Yeah.
Right? It's about 50-50 now. And the next minute you are with a woman, the next you are not with her, then she take you to court and take over your properties and stuff. People don't really gonna go into marriages and have businesses with their partners, right? But this really works.
Yeah.
So what thing is make the magic for them? Especially, I mean, we have the chairman and Naro as an example, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes overstanding of this generation, we are just into, we know it all, Lord, and all of that.
Charlie, you see, I mean, I believe it's the chemistry.
True.
That works among, you know, between two people. You understand me? You know, you can have a sweetest woman, sweetest, you know, wife and all that kind of thing, but you know, it will be advisable not to do business with your wife because it might end up, you know.
I'm a living proof.
You understand me? Collapsing, because it's either you might have a good heart that you try to accommodate some, excuse my language, some stupidities, and maybe she will kick against it, and because of that, there will be misunderstanding and everything will mash up.
Yeah.
And unlike you have other two people, they have same business idea and all that kind of thing. This one say, no, this, and they argue and they make sure that things kind of move.
And even using their name for the record label.
Of course.
VP.
You understand me?
Vincent for V and P for Patricia.
You understand me?
So
that is what I am talking about, that it works for some people and some people it doesn't work.
True.
So you have to know yourself and know your wife and know that, all right, I don't want to go into saying things, but you can have a relationship where you believe that, oh, your girlfriend is going to do A, B, C, D, S, Y, Z. And she won't.
Yeah, we experience it every day, witnesses every day. So.
You understand me? You know, and somewhere, somehow, you can go into other businesses with, you know, your wife, and it will work. You understand me? So, Naro, it differs from area to area.
True. Now, the next thing is, I just want to play with your mind here, right? You know, we heard all the Chris Black wars and all of that. Artists burning fire on him and all of that. But you hardly hear artists actually burning fire on Vincent and what's the name? Patricia. What do you think that is? Because they are Chinese anyway. They are not Jamaicans.
No, I have said this, that a couple of the people have,
right?
People, you know, has kind of taken them to court. You understand me? They've been taken to court several times.
But the bashment is not like what Chris Blackwell actually faces, though.
The bashment is sometimes hard on them, but it's like if they are in for business.
True.
So when you come, they will sit down with you. You understand me? You know, in Ghana, a lot of people do mistakes and all that kind of thing, but every selector wants to do mixtape and put it out and all that, and it was becoming too much. So I didn't have any interest in doing any mixtape. But in the year 2000, when I heard Harry Joe did the Reggae Go 2000 mix, you know, I wrote to VP that, yo, listen, their next mixtape, I would love to do it for them. In the year 2000, they didn't respond to me until 2018, where they were doing the Reggae Love Unity album mix, and the whole of Africa, I was the only person VP Records picked.
Global, so give me a sign blast.
You understand me? You know, and matter of fact, I was paid for that.
True.
I wanted to do it for free, but they paid me for that. Even though I'm not going to mention how,
course,
you know, how many dollars I was paid. After that, you know, they contracted me again to do another mix for Roman Virgo, which I was paid. And I'm talking about VP Records. And when you go on their pages, my mix is there. You understand me? And right after that, VP suggested me to Greensleeves Records.
Yeah, they did another one for them.
And Greensleeves also paid me to do another mix for them.
You did a status for Lagazee.
That was where some selectors from Ghana decided to go on Facebook, started tagging VP Records and Greensleeves that Lagazee is not the only selector in Ghana to do this and all that and all that. And I'm like, yo, boy, be careful, man. You understand me? So that is how the whole thing look like. So I think VP, they are business people. So if seriously, every businessman
we like to make profit, of course. So
you understand me?
Definitely.
So when you go there and you lose guard, you know, man, they will take what belongs to you.
Yeah, so their contribution to the reggae scene
is top notch. It's
top notch, And these are, as I said, two Chinese people that came to Jamaica. So the Chinese are not just into galamsey, so maybe the one we have there is a different experience. All right, so that's what we have for this week.
Chinese people in Jamaica are into music, making sure that their music scene is well and all that kind of thing. And the Chinese people in Ghana are into galamsey, mashing up our water bodies and all that kind of thing.
All right, so we give thanks to Laugh and Show for next week.
Respect. All right, Naro, give thanks for coming through.
Reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, about time to move all the way to Kingston, Jamaica and deal with Mr. Ricardo Maraj, a.k.a. Junior Cat. All right, so I've got some messages over here. Junior Maestro says, facts in Kwa, big up Naro. And then Kwekumensa says, I beg you, this 420 thing is all about recreational aspect of marijuana. I wish we can elevate this discussion of 420 beyond this chalice over malice. Respect to Ras Lucky, aka Mafia Ras. You know? And then Kweku Raspinozino says Kweku means a chalice over malice to call Alice. Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Junior Maestro says, do remember Blackwell was based in London. You get more backlash when you are not living on the island. All right. Easy.